Can you hear me and see me?
There you are. We see you. You begin.
All right. Thank you for the introduction, Dr. Colley, and thank you everyone for being here. Like Dr. Colley said, my name is Li Xu, and I am a graduate student, Dr.
Nice work. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello from the elevator. This is a Popeyes break later. I'm going back to boyfriend's place to keep writing my dissertation proposal. It's gonna be fun. So fun.
And then, what was nice is that I had a session with my writing coach. His name is Azul. He's very nice. He was introduced to me by Pat Flynn, who you might know from the Smart Passive Income podcast. So Azul and I have been working together for the last few months, and he's been helping me come out of my own fear of like self-promotion when it comes to writing and all of these other various kind of baggages associated with like writing a book, which apparently loads of different authors go through. And there was something that Azul said during this call, which really like changed the way that I was approaching this. And he just kind of reminded me.